You're quite safe to watch. It's far too early in the morning for me to play the organ, Bagley or otherwise. What I wanted to show you was something that I picked up on Friday. Near where I work there's a shop where the chap sells house clearance items. You know, he makes his money out of clearing up, perhaps when an old chap has died or people are moving and they want to get rid of stuff, and he goes in, gives them a price for stuff and puts it in his shop. Normally it's chairs and tables and stuff like that, and I saw these in the window and I thought they look interesting. They are what we would call bogies, quite big as you can see, and I thought they look interesting. I'm going to go and look at those. So I went into the shop and I looked at them, and yeah, they're interesting. But while I was looking at those, in the same box of stuff was this. And, well, it is what it is. It's pieces that once upon a time were part of a fairly large model railway carriage. O-gauge, tin plate makes it fairly old. And so I picked that up and was looking at it, and the chap said, "Oh, do you know anything about that sort of stuff?" He said, "It's not something I really understand." He said, "Go and have a look in the cupboard. What do you think about that?" So I said, "Well, that's sort of nice." He said, "Do you collect that sort of thing?" And I was honest. I said, "No, not particularly." So he said, "Well, do you know what it is?" I said, "Well, in terms of it's a model railway carriage, it's tin plate, it's coarse scale O-gauge." I said, "As to exactly what it is, no, I don't know. I don't know who made it. I don't know where it came from." And we discussed what it could possibly be. Is it Marklin, Bing, Hornby, Meccano, Lionel? And he said, "Well, what about this one?" And I said, "Oh, that's sort of fairly pretty." Well, as these things go, we chatted and we spoke about money. You know, he's a businessman. His business is selling things that he's taken out of people's houses. And I explained that I wasn't really sure that I knew what it was or what it was worth. And he said, "Well, to be honest with you," he said, "I don't really know what it's worth, but I would like X amount of pounds." And the X that he said seemed horribly reasonable to me, so money changed hands and now it's mine. I don't really know why I want it, apart from it's just a lovely thing for a chap who likes railways to have. But I did do some research, and I think I know who made this. I'm not certain. I think I know. And I think that these carriages were made by a company called Bing, or Gebruden Bing. I think. And I think they were made on behalf of the British model railway company, Bassett-Lowke. I think. Which means they were made in the 1920s, or possibly just in the 1930s, which means that they were once the cherished toys of some fairly rich English children, well-to-do, not necessarily rich. But there they are. Nice. Interesting. Possibly Bing. If any of you know better, then please feel free to tell me.